Hey, this is Tom from Ritual Video, and today I'm talking about how I shot a zombie film for the Italian death metal band Fulci. So this was a few years ago. Big fan of the band, obviously a big fan of Lucio Fulci, and I think the Beyond, the way the zombies look in City of the Living Dead, huge fan. So when I found out there was a band named after Fulci, I obviously checked them out and said, like, you know, I make music videos, I've been directing music videos for like the last 10 years. If you ever need a music video, let me know. So they let me pitch a video idea for one of their songs, sent it to them, and Dom, the guitarist, was like, this is a film. It's not a, you know, if we shoot this as a music video, it won't, like, this is a film script you've written here. So instead of doing this as a music video, why don't you expand the script to be a full short film, and we'll hire you to go and make the short film, and then we'll release it. So that's what we did. So I had a budget of around $1,000, limited resources to shoot it. You know, I only had a few locations to shoot it in, really small crew. So it was me shooting myself, directing, obviously writing, editing, like doing all the post stuff. Small group of actors, one makeup artist, her boyfriend who plays a zombie, and it was a camera assistant for me at the time. So probably only a crew of about 5 or 6 people, about $1,000 budget. There wasn't a limit on how long it could be or what it could be, so I did my research, watched a bunch of old zombie films, specifically, you know, the Italian stuff from the 70s to kind of the late 80s. Picked out kind of the key scenes and then wrote a script around that. So it was mad doctor locked off in a place like a research facility where no one's been for a while, new doctor being taken there by a soldier, getting to the facility and finding zombies on the way, creating myself opportunities to do a lot of crash zooms, do a lot of uplighting, have a lot of really gory, crusty looking zombies, the old style of zombies with I don't know what, maybe like porridge oats stuck to their faces, so there's like a texture to the zombies. Like, that was important. The atmosphere was obviously going to be really important. A lot of fog, a lot of smoke machine stuff, a lot of backlighting, and a slow unfolding of events cut between high octane stuff with pumping music.
She doesn't have a pulse.
I knew kind of the fundamentals of what I wanted to put together, how I wanted to shoot it. Scheduled it for probably like 3 or 4 days, maybe like 3 shoot days and a pickup day. I think I did the stuff with the Jeep first, because I only had that for a certain amount of time, a couple of hours, and I was like calling in a favour from a friend. And the mountain we shot at, like, I grew up down the road from there, you know, I've been camping there and stuff for years, so I got a friend I knew from school to come with his Jeep. Shot there for a couple of hours, went back to my house and shot the intro to the film, the bathroom scene with a zombie hand with a window, which is a direct rip of the bathroom scene from Fulci's Zombie, which is the biggest inspiration for the film. And then I think we did a day in the basement, shot all the basement stuff, and a day outside in the woods, and then did all that stuff with kind of the makeshift graveyard we made with just sticks tied together to make wooden crosses and things. I really wanted an outside, smoky, tropical looking graveyard. The most tropical I could get was a woods in Swansea next to someone's house that I could run power from. So that was the shoot. I kept it really simple. The gore effects, I did want to be gorier. I think it should have been gorier than what it was, but I think it was the most I could kind of do at the time, because I hadn't learned about how to do gore effects myself yet, so I didn't really know. I was kind of reliant on other people, and it turned out how it turned out. But I think it came together cool in the end. I think we captured the Italian splatter zombie spirit through making it, which was kind of the most important thing. And then once I'd finished shooting the film and I cut it together, I gave it to the guitarist from Fulci, who then made a score. He like made a really great synth score for the whole thing, so everything fits together perfect. think the main thing I learned from making it was you can make something like much more ambitious. Like at the time, it was the biggest thing I'd taken on. It was probably the longest narrative I tried to do, and the most pressure I felt to make something good because of how much I respected them, their music, and how much I loved splatter horror from the 80s and 70s from Italy, how much I love Fulci as a director. So I was pleased with how it turned out. I think it came together good, but the main thing was you can do a lot more with just basic places than you think. You know, the basement was really small. It was downstairs, which you see the actors come down on the way in, and then one loop. That's all it was. So I had like 3 or 4 rooms. So you'll see one room was all the sheets where the dead bodies are, where they all stand up. The next room, I put up sheets to obscure things to hide that it was a room I'd already used. There was a small room off the side, which we did a set piece in. We did set pieces in kind of every separate section of the basement. So I got those 4 rooms and split them into things that I could then, okay, we'll do this here, we'll do that there, we'll do this there, just to make the best use of the space possible. All the outside stuff with the graveyard and things, and where they're moving to the woods, that was all shot in a really small area. Just set up the grave, shot the graveyard stuff, took it all down again, looked the other direction, and shot the stuff of them moving through the woods when they find the zombie and his guts spill out and everything. So it was just using things that you have, but trying to use them in a couple of different ways. Hide that you're using, that you're limited to locations and things. All the Jeep driving stuff, poor man's process, rocking the Jeep, flagging with a light as it goes past it. You know, there was no green screen or anything. I just dropped my f-stop down to blur the background, shot close-ups on them, and then shot direct through the window with it being rocked by the guy who owned the Jeep and me on a tripod, you know. And then, yeah, just made it look like they were driving as much as possible, mixed with maybe 2 or 3 shots of the Jeep actually driving. You know, I didn't shoot much stuff really. Of the Jeep, because I only had like 2 hours to shoot the whole thing, and it was on a road out the way up a mountain, but there's loads of kids there, people watching and wanting to be involved and stuff and excited, so I had to try and like get a shot and get it done. So I think coming away from it like with a full film that was really ambitious and kind of bigger than anything I'd done before, just shot locally around where I live, it was a really good exercise in just using what you have, making a list of what you have and trying to make something from that. So it's called Tropical Sun. It's named after the album that they had out at the time, and you can buy it from their label, Time to Kill Records, on either PAL or NTSC DVD.
You're escorting me to a research post. 6 months ago, the doctor there cut off contact with my employers. Apparently, he's turned the place into some sort of makeshift hospital and is conducting experiments.